Wholesalers stop. We are problem solvers, not underwriters. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been on a call with a seller and suddenly just hit dead silence? Not because you were embracing the silence, but because you genuinely had no idea what to say next. Now, think back to that very moment, okay? Were you really present in the conversation, or were you listening while also comping, underwriting, calculating rehab, thinking about ARV, CMV, and running all these different numbers in your head? Because here's the truth. And I've been there myself, and I've coached hundreds of people before I even got in real estate and now inside and outside of titanium. Most people don't get stuck because they don't know what question to ask next. They get stuck because they were too busy doing something else. In this case, comping. You're just comping when you should simply be listening. Let me give you a simple example. Have you ever been talking to a loved one or a close friend, and halfway through you realize you tuned them out? Maybe you were doom scrolling, maybe something in the news just completely distracted you. Maybe your mind just jumped ahead to something else. And then you have to stop them and say, wait, what? What did you just say? So, folks, that's your brain short circuiting because it can only handle so many things at once. Now, here's the kicker. Okay. If you're new, every little task takes up massive bandwidth. So your brain is short circuiting constantly, all the time. Which brings us to the real question. Between condition, timeline, price, and motivation, what actually gets deals done? Not just on the contract, but at the right price so they actually move. So if you said motivation, you're absolutely right. Every guru, whether they're into cash, creative, innovations, cold calling, any other strategies out there, will all agree on this one thing. It's always about motivation. So motivation is the key. Then why are we so obsessed with the numbers during the conversation? Right? Just think about that. And here's a mindset shift. We are not underwriters. We are problem solvers. Your job on that call is not to figure out the deal. Your job is to listen to the seller like they're a friend. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get in a friendship zone where you're stuck on the phone for an hour or two, but genuinely and curiously ask and find out what they're trying to solve or what goal they're trying to achieve. Because remember, they're selling your house because they're either running away from pain or running towards pleasure, solving a problem or trying to achieve a goal. And now, what I'm about to say is very critical. So, listen, put a dollar value on each item only after you understand the problem, only after you understand the motivation and the goals that they're trying to achieve, do you comp and underwrite to see if the numbers work. Not for you, but for the end buyer. Okay. Now, if we can solve the seller's problem and the end buyer can still make money, that's when we're the solution. And boy, that's when and why we get paid. And remember this, because this is also very, very important. Sometimes, actually, most of the time, the best solution you can give a seller is telling them you're not the best solution at all. Maybe you're the easy button, but not the right button. And that's okay, because not every call's a deal. This is your job. We listen, we solve, we educate, and we inform. Most conversations will not be deals, guys. The ones that are, they're motivated. Well, guess what? Those are absolute bangers. All right, folks, my cup is empty now, so that means it's time to enjoy my Sunday. And if this helped you out at all, drop your key takeaways in the comments below so we can grow together and inspire each other. And most importantly, help the next person coming up behind us get their first deal. All right. And don't forget to help your boy out. Smash that like button and subscribe. Till next time, folks. Speed and volume. Speed and volume.